Hello, everyone. I am Dr. Jane, and it is so wonderful to be back with you after a long hiatus with another episode of A Planet Among the Stars. If you want an in depth look at what has been happening in the skies so far this year, I encourage you to order a recording of my mid year astrology analysis. It has over 1 hour and 30 minutes of discussion of the major events this year. But today I'm going to be talking about the current Mercury retrograde, which started on Friday, July 18th, and continues through Monday, August 11th, and is taking place entirely in the sign of Leo. This Mercury retrograde has some big themes for us, especially since it is also going to be bringing into the personal sphere the collective themes that are occurring this year, and highlighting for each of us our roles in creating these collective patterns, and therefore how we can also disrupt and evolve these collective dynamics through shifting our own lives. The combination of Mercury's energy and Leo is going to make self advocacy and self worth huge themes this retrograde. This is going to test our ability to stand on our foundation of sovereignty and lead our lives from this place. A key element of leading our lives with sovereignty includes recognizing the sovereignty of others as well. And this Mercury retrograde is all about seeing both yourself and everyone else as the divine royal beings that we are. Uranus entering Gemini is going to have an influence on this retrograde, particularly in the area of deception of the mind and misinformation. A just sovereign is a well informed one, compared with the archetype of a foolish ruler being manipulated by advisors with false information. I talked a bit about this aspect of Uranus and Gemini in my mid year update, and this part here is particularly relevant now. It's also going to be a huge time of focus on education, discernment, and enlightenment because Gemini is a sign of the mind. It rules the mind. Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and so we're going to really see a destabilization of these institutions, sure, for sure. A reorder of what is the service that how do we use education in our lives, um, and how can it better serve? Back to that service key. How can it better serve our well-being? And also, how does it then relate to our, you know, public, our public officials, our elected officials, our representatives, our public servants? Um, and, one of the things to keep in mind here, guys, is that, as I said, these are all calls to action. They're all calls to change. The theme of the importance of education, as well as attacks on sources of information, is going to continue to be significant. And in this Mercury retrograde, your interaction with this dynamic will be highlighted, particularly your ability to discern accurate information from falsehood and where false beliefs are leading your choices. Are you the wise sovereign or the foolish one? Or, more accurately, since we are rarely 100%, under which circumstances are you one, and when are you the other, and why? This is going to make humility the key to success this retrograde, which may seem paradoxical, but in actuality, true humility requires a rock solid foundation of self worth. Humility is a character trait that reflects a realistic understanding of your strengths and weaknesses. It means you can recognize your abilities without arrogance and embrace your limitations without harsh self criticism. And this balance is a core lesson of Leo. Humility comes from a place of confidence and self awareness, not insecurity or false modesty. Merriam-Webster defines humility as freedom from pride or arrogance, and the best leaders are those who are seeking to learn and to serve, and also trust themselves and know when and how to use their voice and when to listen and hold space for others. This Mercury retrograde is very much about finding that balance in your thoughts and words so that you can lead yourself in your life with sovereignty, advocate from a place of true power, and use your gifts to serve those around you. As with all retrogrades, there will be times when it is more potent, including the beginning and the end. And with this retrograde, around the new moon in Leo on Thursday, July 24th, the Mercury Sun Cazimi on Thursday, July 31st, and the full moon in Aquarius on August 9th. So watch for these themes of self-worth, self-advocacy, discernment, and humility to resurface at those times as well. I hope this was helpful. And as always, don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns, or if you would like a full recording of the mid-year update. Until next time, happy retrograding!